First of all, I want to say congratulations to Auburn. Um, Certainly, in the name of the game is come out of this thing winners, and they did. I think our football team played one unbelievable contest. I mean, they played as hard as they could. They had some adversity and really fought and dug and clawed. And it's amazing that it comes down to a fourth down play. Get amazing pressure on that quarterback. Lose contain on the backside right there, and he delivers the game-winning touchdown with whatever 30 seconds left to go. I couldn't be more proud of our football team. You know, I told them in there, I said, you know, the wins for me are about them. The wins are about seeing those kids' faces, and because of what they do. I don't do a whole lot. You know, tonight I was disappointed to walk in there and see a team that had given everything they had and came up on the short end. It's a disappointing feeling. You know, sports can rip you apart, and that was a tough one to lose tonight. It really was. But like I said, you know, Auburn's got a pretty good football team, and they came out on top. But we'll bounce back. We've got a good football team as well. We've had a tough non-conference schedule. We're opening up conference play, and we've got to gain great confidence from coming down here and playing so well and playing so hard. But it's hard to do when you lose the way we did. But we're going to regroup and refocus and have great intentions. And go out and get ready to play Appalachian State next Saturday at our place. So
we'll take questions.
What was really the difference between the two halves? As it seemed like a different offense, things they were doing. What was going on?
You know, I don't know if it was anything they were doing. I knew. I mean, I told them in the locker room, I said, we're fixing to face their best shot, without a doubt. They had to play better inside against us in the second half because they controlled the running game for the most part inside in the second half. And we have some perimeter runs that weren't blocked very well in the perimeter that got us in long yardage situations on second down. You know, in that first half, we were ahead of the game. We were ahead of the chains, and when you're ahead of the chains, it's easy. I mean, it's an easy game to call offensively, but we never got ahead of the chains. It was always first or second and 13 or second and 11, and just never got ahead of the chains. And you know, you thought we could have, the way we had handled their front in the first half. I thought we were going to have success. I thought we could continue. I knew we weren't going to have as much success as we did in the first half, but I thought we could have controlled it enough to get some points on the board, and it's unfortunate that we did not.
Coach, go ahead, Brett.
Coach, what can you say about the front and holding a Auburn rushing attack like this to 166 yards?
Our entire defense played one hell of a game. I mean, our defensive line, our linebackers, our secondary, the entire defense, without a doubt. I mean, they're the players of the game. Time and time again, stop after stop after stop. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They controlled the passing attack. I mean, it was great to watch. God, what a great defensive performance. I love just standing over there and seeing, you know, the opposing offense struggle to do things that they normally can do. You know, they got a great running attack. They got one of the best backs, they say, in the country. And it was minimal amount of yards rushing for us, and we held them all in check. I'm very proud of them. They do a great job. We play a lot of guys. There's no one guy that makes the plays. It's a revolving door on that defensive front, and tonight was kind of the same in the linebacker position. I'm really proud of them, to tell you the truth. It's 2 weeks in a row. They continue to play like that, we've got one heck of a chance.
Hey, Coach, it seems like
like the atmosphere tonight was just constant from the moment they were down to when they were up. Can you just talk about what makes this particular stadium so special, especially when it comes to the crowd being able to get involved in a game like this, I guess?
I'm sorry, I don't think I ever said this stadium was special. It's just another stadium. I mean, people cheer. You go to any school in the SEC, I mean, except for maybe Vanderbilt, you know. But I mean, hell, there's people cheering. It's just another stadium.
Coach, at one point the Knicks left the game, brought in TJ Findlay. Did you guys have any film on Findlay prior to the game, or was that a change that y'all were not expecting?
I mean, I'm thinking the guy got hurt, didn't he? I mean, they had to go to him. So, no, I mean, they were going to go with Knicks, I think, as long as they could. But I think he got dinged up on some pressure over there on their sideline. And then it was number one. They came out there and finished it off. I thought he was going to throw us a couple there late, but he did a good job in keeping his composure and making plays when he had to make them.
Coach, not really emergence, because I think it was always there, but the run game the past few games has just been just clicking on all cylinders, and you've been an offensive line guy. We know this it's not just a one-person thing like you said about the defense. Talk a little bit about the offensive line play in the last couple of games and how you guys can use this against Appalachian State this coming up weekend.
Yeah, well, you know, we controlled the line of scrimmage a week ago. And we rushed for about 298 yards, and I'm not even sure we haven't seen any stats or whatnot tonight. But, we ran the ball really effectively in the first half. And in the second half, we didn't do it as much. And that's attributed to them. You know, they got really good defensive players. But our offensive line does a good job. I mean, they really do. We've got a lot of starts under our belts up front. Our tight ends are in there as well, and they do a good job. And we got fresh backs. We really do. We really got fresh backs. Tucker Gregg, you got Jan Williams. Destin Coates. We got 4 or 5 backs that can go in there. Marcus Carroll. I mean, we do. So we got fresh guys in there, and we got a front that's been working together for so long. It makes it sometimes go a little bit easier than others. But I can tell you one thing: App State's got a defense now, and they got a front seven that can run and hit, and they're effective, and they'll be ready for us. So we've got to work cut out for us.
Coach, you 267 unofficially on the ground tonight.
Not enough.
Any other questions for Coach?
Yeah, one more. It's Coach, this is Marcel, Beef Sports Inquirer. Yeah, on Auburn's final drive, what was the defensive approach? I mean, that allowed that score, and did you get a good view of that play that was you the pass to Shanker, and what did you think of that last drive for Auburn, just not able to stop them? I have to ask.
Well, I mean, they certainly put it in the end zone and made plays to take that drive down there and go. They had a little bit of help on that review where the ball was incomplete and should have been put back on the 30-yard line. But when you play in the SEC, you gotta take the hits, And they gave us a real gut punch on that call, so we appreciate that. But we were doing our very, very best. Our players were playing hard, and they were doing everything they could. They were busting their tails. They've been out there on that field. It seemed like forever in the second half because we couldn't generate anything offensively going, and they laid it on the line. I'm proud of those guys. I'm really proud of those guys. It's amazing to watch guys go out there and you see them work in practice. You see them do everything that they can do in the weight room and in the classroom. And you ask so much of them, and man, you want them to come out on top on every single play. I mean, that's ultimately what's it about, seeing their face when they're successful and when they win. And I mean, that's the most gratifying thing in the world. And it didn't happen on that last drive, and it hurts. It hurts. I hurt for them. I hurt for them because they put so much energy and effort into it. Like I said, it's a gut-wrenching thing.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.